Hey guys, welcome to the Spectacular Opinion. I'm your host, Ezekiel, also known as Dr. Zeke if you watch the podcast.
And I am one of your hosts, Shay Shy, Shay Savage, St. Janet, all of the above. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Benjamin. I'm one of the co-hosts in this podcast.
And our podcast actually tackles a lot of topics. We invite different guests, and the topics varies from relationship to situationship and to community. But today we're doing something different, and she's gonna explain what it is.
So on today's video, we are doing get to know the hosts of the podcast of the Spectacular Opinion.
And just want y'all to go ahead and sit down, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show.
That's wow. What do I will? What do I enjoy about being what do I enjoy about being a black woman in America? I don't know how to answer that. Just a different type of beauty, I guess. You know, black woman's beauty, black don't crack. It's a special type of beauty. You cannot get it just anywhere.
Huh. Okay, I like that, but it's kind of hard to describe myself in 3 words. But if I was gonna, I would say interesting. I would say the second word would be spectacular and handsome.
I think it's natural for men to be stoic. That's part of the masculine energy, masculine nature. So, and also I've heard from a lot of guys that when you show your feelings to a woman, and I've seen it play out, not in my personal life, but other people's personal life, where you show your feelings, months later, years later, you get into argument, and that thing that you expressed your feelings about, she takes it and just throws it in your face. So I guess from going through that and hearing from other guys going through that, that's probably why the men tend not to show their feelings. And I think, like I said before, it's kind of in the masculine nature to kind of be able to grasp your feelings and not just be all, out of control like women generally are. Damn, that was sexist.
Definitely took a turn for the better, because back then when I was in middle school, it wasn't like being African wasn't something to be really proud of, if I can say, because they made it seem like, oh, you're African, you're basically almost worthless. It wasn't something to, be like, oh, I'm African. But nowadays, it has definitely changed, and that's with the help of the Nigerian artists such as Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, and so forth. They've brought Africa to the map. Like, we are out here now. So people are starting to, respect Africans, respect the culture, respect the food, everything. Like, they want to go to Nigeria now. They want to eat jollof rice and want to eat fufu. Like, I remember the other day I was at Publix, and the cashier, it was like, and he's white. He was like, where you from? I was like, Nigeria. Was like, oh really? Do you eat jollof rice? I was like, yeah, jollof rice. Yeah, I do. Like, on a regular basis, I do. It was like, it would really like to try some, because it's never had it before, and you're seeing people eating it, like fufu and all that stuff. There's even a fufu challenge on Instagram as we speak. Like, people are trying it, and they're liking what they are tasting. So it's definitely better now. But back then it was like, oh, you African. There was even a nickname for Africans back then. It was like African booty scratcher. It was just a whole yeah.
Very resourceful, and I would say it's kind of open eye situation where it shows me life is sometimes not really what it seems to be, and sometimes all it takes is dating to really know. I mean, you could actually date someone and not really know, But dating really exposes, especially if you put yourself in a situation where you give your partner, the person you're trying to date, a freedom to know you, and then that also makes you know them, and then they show who they are, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
All right. So on one hand, I understand that women are emotional beings, but to kind of piggyback off of what I said prior, why not? Why? Okay. How about this? Why do you guys? Why aren't y'all straightforward at times? Why do you want men to kind of figure you out and kind of read your mind? Why not just be, overt in, how you feel and, the things that you mean when talking? That's something that I don't understand. But it is what it is. That's kind of how the dating game is. So I just kind of, push through it for the most part.
Definitely, Kiss Daniel, Olamide, Wizkid.
Okay.
Let me say Burna Boy. I'm starting to like Burna Boy now. Yeah, his music. Yeah, so Burna Boy, and who else? Tiwa. I'll put Tiwa Savage on it. One last one. I'll give it to David. Yeah, his music are nice.
I'm actually a true prince because I actually because every time I have to explain, I usually joke about it. I'm always like, I'm a prince, and call me Your Majesty. But I'm actually a true prince, and I got the title from my mother's side because she's a princess. But because just the way the royalty goes, when you're a princess, they don't really count it that much at some level. Than when you're a prince, then you can go for the royalty. So yeah.
I wouldn't even. Damn, that's a good question. I haven't been on any bad dates. I would say, there was this young lady that I met on Tinder. We went to the movies. And first and foremost, advice for all the youngins out there: don't go to the movies as a first date. It looks good in the movies, but it doesn't work very well in real life. But the entire time she was just all up on me, and she, throughout the movie, her head is on my shoulder, and I guess I was oblivious at the time. I wasn't really taking those as a sign. So, throughout the entire duration of the movie, we were just watching the movie, and I was enjoying the movie, and then, of course, the usual, when you take a girl home, you go in for the kiss, and it was, as I was going in to close out the night, it was one of those, and so I texted, so I was like, all right, I gave her a hug, whatever, and the next day, I ended up getting blocked. I was like, I got blocked for that? That shit was crazy, but yeah, that would probably be, the worst date, really, but, that's when I was young. As you get older, you kind of are able to read body language, and, take it back what I said before, why aren't y'all overt? You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is how you feel, I think man would never been good. We would never be good at reading your minds. Granted, yes, I think being able to read a woman's body language or anyone's body language in any situation is key for communication. But it is what it is. That's the scars of the battle. So yeah.
The $1 billion question. Why is it that when a man finds a good woman, it still finds a way to fuck it up? Like, it fucks up the relationship and then he loses her. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what else are you looking for that you don't have? Like, you have a woman that loves you wholeheartedly, gives you everything you need, tries her very possible best and everywhere to make you happy, and you still feel the need to go outside and cheat? Are you mad?
If she's really out there, if I can't really find something that I can call mine, with everything I like about her is the world sees it pretty much. You understand? I like my girl to be kind of reserved. So if she's not reserved, if she's just someone that puts everything out there, I'll call it a deal breaker. I'm not gonna be specific about what she's putting out there, but I believe you all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that would definitely be considered a deal breaker. I can't really handle it.
That's a good question. I'm not gonna lie. I would say a modern man with traditional mixed in. I don't hold doors open. I don't do PDA. So I mean, I've women that I've been in situations with. They expect that from the man. I'm like, you gotta communicate that with me, or otherwise, when we go somewhere, you're just sitting in the car waiting for me to get out. I'm just gonna be sitting down staring at you, saying like, who's gonna get out first? So, but no, I would say traditional if the woman is worth it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the holding the doors. I hold doors for people just in general. Like when I'm going to the gas station or going to the store, if it's not an automatic door and someone's coming behind me, I'll hold the door open for them. So obviously I'm, a decent human being, I would describe myself. But as far as traditional, I would just say it just depends on the woman, that I'm in a relationship with.
A good woman to me would be, if we're talking marriage, then a good wife who cooks, cleans, take care of the kids or a kid, depending on how much they have. Take care of the husband as well. Supports a husband in all that he does. And also, gives him good ideas, like always on top of things, like bringing in ideas to make a husband a better husband or make him a better man in general. And a woman who's a good hustler, always looking for different ways one another to bring in that moolah, because money is important. It's just important. It makes the life go better.
Sometimes they are usually complicated. Like, women are the most complicated creature I've ever had to deal with. I've dealt with men, like no homo. Like when I say I've dealt with men, like, when you have like issues, it's always easy to resolve it with men. Like women, we go back and forth and then we settle it. And sometimes you don't even remember you've gone back and forth with that guy. Like you've had an argument, you've disagreed with someone. But when it comes to women, it's like they say one thing and then they do the other. You understand? I don't want you, but I want you. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like it's kind of confusing. That's why I say they are really complicated, because you can't really take their word for it. Usually they talk more, if they are communicating, it's usually more of like signs. Like you just have to study signs and you can't really take their word for it. You just have to look at like the way they react, their gestures and everything to perceive what they are really saying. If what they are really saying is consistent with what they are doing, then it's easier. But usually it's not. It's completely different. It's opposite. So yeah, that's one thing about women that I would say.
Dating life. In 3 words. Damn, 3 words? I don't even know if I have 3 words. To be honest, in all honesty, like I haven't really been in that many relationships. I've just kind of been chilling ever since from high school throughout college. It's been casual flings here and there, but I haven't really been in a lot of relationships. I've been in a few, but it haven't been too many long term. I'm just not the type of dude, here's the thing about me. I like peace. I like my peace. If you ever met my father, he also likes his peace. We, the Holdenus, love our peace. So if a woman does not give me that, I will leave. I will go to another state. But yeah, so I don't even think I could describe my dating life in 3 words, really. It's just, yeah, I don't really have 3 words for it. But yeah, that's kind of been, the dating life as far. But I'm still 28, we still got time, especially as men. We got all the time in the world, so I'm definitely going to take my time. Best believe that.
Definitely a man who supports his wife, who takes care of his responsibilities, who doesn't cheat, okay? That's not a cheater. Take care of his household, all his responsibility, like he's a good father, he's a good wife. I mean, he's a good father, he's a good husband to his wife. And yeah, brings him the money.
I would say a mix of both. And I would say a mix of both because when I say traditional, as a traditional man, for example, look at my outfit, right? This is kind of me. There's a saying that respect the past and embrace the future. And that's what I am pretty much. I respect the past. Like, I take everything, because everything about the past, there are many good things about the past that I kind of reference that are my taste. And there are some things about the future that I also embrace, because, like, It's like it's completely different because situation right now that we find ourselves is different from the situation we find ourselves years ago. Like there are some things that you expect, especially in a relationship, from a lady years ago that you wouldn't expect now because tables have pretty much turned. And we talked about that in our last podcast. So to know more about where I'm coming from, you can watch our last video.
I would say one big red flag. Well, two. One, no one in no particular order. If she doesn't have a good relationship with her father, I always look for that. I'm very intentional with that when I chat up a girl or am talking to a girl. If you don't have a good relationship with your father, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm just gonna keep it moving. So that's definitely one. And another one is emotional intelligence. If you don't know how to control your emotion, I'm out. I think because the reason why I say that is if a woman gets angry, you can't really do anything. Obviously, you're not gonna like fist bump. I'm not Mike Tyson or anything, but I know a lot of times when a woman gets angry and she lies on you, that could be the end of a guy's life. You know what I mean? Because if a guy gets angry, he lies on a woman, says she beat me. Not too many police is not gonna be like, oh, you let her beat you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you guys have heard when a man and woman are in domestic dispute, the guy calls cop. What does the cop do? He takes both of them to jail. So I'm always very intentional about seeking out women who have emotional intelligence, and also you got to have a good relationship with your father. Not to say that if she doesn't have a good relationship with her mother, that I won't take that into account. But once the father passes on to the next life, I'm gonna be the next man in your life that you're gonna be seeking protection, provision from. And if the pops who you came from didn't do a good job, and that affected your mental aptitude. Yeah, I'm not. Nah, it's not me. Nah, so yeah.
I'm starting to walk in my truth. Speaking up more, just telling it how it is. Only to a certain extent, and I say that because not everybody can handle the truth. Like we all say, oh, tell me the truth, but can you really handle it when you hear it? That's the thing. But as for, again, going back to what I was saying, walking in my truth, like basically telling the whole truth to people who can handle it, and just, dimming it down for the ones who can handle it. But what else? I'm a very funny person too, so the viewers will say that as the years goes by, let's say years, because we plan to keep doing this thing for a long time. Yeah.
I usually say the same, Black Lives Matter. But one thing I enjoy about being a black man is black don't crack. So I don't have to deal with aging, pretty much. Two is I find being black is also quite unique. And especially if I'm in a place where where there's a stereotype going on, it gives you a challenge. And that's one thing I love about being black, because then I have the opportunity to make a difference or to prove a mission to prove people wrong. So that's one thing I enjoy about being a black man. And being a black man is a representation of strength, because they usually say black, like if you watch especially fighters, like the MMA fighters, winners are usually the black ones because they are usually strong. Blacks are really strong. They are like alpha, the alpha praise, where you have the alpha taking charge of everything. So black men are alpha, and that's one benefit of being black that I love.
That I have great camera presence. I used to be shy when I was younger. So people always say that I'm quiet. I'm not quiet. I'm very even keeled. Like even my mom, even when I was having a discussion with her not too long ago, she keeps saying, you are a quiet boy. I'm like, Mom, I'm not quiet. I'm almost 30 years old. Stop saying I'm quiet. I'm just chill. I'm not too hot, not too cold. I'm just right here in the middle. I'm a very mellow person.
I'm really happy with this podcast. I love it.
So thank you guys for watching today's podcast. I hope you guys had fun watching this, and don't forget to
like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Send it to your friends, your co-workers, your family members, your exes, all of that. Share you get.
And tune in again, or tune in for more videos like this.